This is the new Chausson 757 premium line, Campanola grey. We're just going to do a quick walk around so I can point out all of the different points and features. So just here we have your barbecue point. I've put the little bayonet fitting just in there for now. Again, what we'll do is we'll supply with a bit of pipe and also Jubilee clip, so this can be attached. That's just for your gas barbecue. Again, when that bayonet fitting is just inserted, we then turn the knob into the direction of the flow of gas, just there. Underneath here we have your access locker for your storage. So to open this, just turn to the left, then this will open, and this is all of your storage. Then to close, turn to the right, and then to the right, insert the key, turn, and then press. Obviously it's open at the moment, so it won't lock into position. At the rear you also have your large ski locker. Again, same principle. Turn to the left, and then this opens, and this is your large storage area. Each of the shelves are removable, or they can again be pushed up, so if you've got anything like skis or anything large that you want to carry, you can do that. Again, just below you've got your silver screens and also a great bit of straight through storage which is accessible from both sides, so ideal for tables, chairs, barbecue in this area or anything like that. We also have just below here your waste emptying point. So just here to use, pull the handle towards yourself, and then you can see that just drains, and then to close, press in. So I'm just going to leave that open, just let everything drain out. And that is your wastewater, so grey water. That's the water from your shower, and again also from your sink. As we walk round the motorhome, you can also see your bike rack. It's a 4 bike rack, and also your reversing camera. So the way in which the bike rack operates, just lift up the bike blocks, pull towards yourself, that clips into position. Again, just here, if we press a little red toggle, that unloosens these, so the bike would sit under here. Put these through the spokes, click it into position, then use the bike block to go onto the frame, and again you can also manipulate this so that it fits in various directions and making this look a lot harder than it needs to be, but that twists and that'll just allow you to secure the bike on the frame. Again, carry on with that for all 4 bikes. So we walk around, you also have another storage locker. This is just directly underneath the bed, and then this little storage latch also gives you access it just into the lower part of the garage that I showed you earlier on. So again, this is ideal just in case you put anything in there and it gets trapped. This just gives you access. What we also have here as well is your fire extinguisher and also your external shower, which just clicks in. Gas bottle locker. Again, it takes one 11 kilogram gas bottle. At the moment, just for testing, I've put in a 6 kilogram bottle. Again, it will take a 6, but there is ample space. And then again, use your spanner just to tighten, obviously, the opposite thread. This is just your outlet for your boiler, so there's nothing you need to do there. That's just to let, it's a balanced flue, so it's just to let the exhaust fumes out. Again, what we have here is your external shower. So the way in which that functions is, I've got another shower point here. Use the bayonet fitting, insert the bayonet fitting. Obviously we've got to have the water pump turned on from inside, and then pretty good pressure. So ideal for rinsing the bikes down, or just again if you've been out walking, for your shoes. And then again to release, press in, and then be careful because as you pull out you will get a little bit of water which squirts out, and then that just clicks back into position. On here, this is where all of your surfaces are located. Very difficult with one hand. So this is what's underneath the door. So on this side, this is where we fill up our fresh water. So all you do is just remove the cap, insert the hose pipe. Be careful because you will get some back spray, so don't turn the hose pipe on too much, so you get too much pressure, and fill it up. And then again, you've got an overflow pipe below, and then once you've filled it with water, you can see the level here, so that's nice and easy, so you can see when you're going to overfill it. So just fill it around here, and then from in here, when you're traveling, if you wish, you can also flick up this, and that will drain the water down to leave 10 litres of water in there. So ideal for when you're traveling. Obviously you don't want to travel with too much water because it's taking up an awful lot of payload. Just the left hand side, you also have all of your electrics. So you have your electric trips. This is your 240 volt. So when you're on site, if you just want to make sure that everything's functioning properly, press the test button. That will trip, and that means that we've got electric coming into the motorhome. To the left, we also have all of our fuses. So again, you can see each symbol. So lights, pump, heating, lights. You've got a spare there as well. I would also advise it to carry a few fuses just in case anything untoward happens. Let me just close that back up. Just to the left, we've got our 240 volt hookup, and again, I've currently got that plugged in. To remove the hookup lead, press the little blue toggle, and then that will allow you to pull the hookup out. Where you can see this little symbol, this is telling us that located underneath here is the drain for our fresh water. Underneath the motorhome, you can see this blue cap. This is the drain for your fresh water. So this is something that if you're not using the water for a long period of time, you may wish to leave off just to drain, or again, if over the winter period you're not going to be using the motorhome, obviously it's advisable to drain it down. The way in which you do it is press it up to remove the to relieve the tension or pressure, and then you've got two little clips or like a collar that goes around. Press the collar towards you, and then that will allow the pressure fitting to be removed. Come off. Be careful because it will obviously dump the fresh water, so just watch your hands. A little bit further down the motorhome, we have your fuel filler. So again, diesel, and again your AdBlue. The AdBlue is around about 6,000 miles. You would need to fill that up. That is currently full, but again, that is where you would fill up your AdBlue if the warning light does come on. In the passenger door, you've got your tyre inflation kit and also your puncture repair kit. This motorhome doesn't come with a spare wheel, so again, that is just in case you get a flat tyre. As we open the passenger door, you'll notice there's a bonnet release. If we pull that, that will allow us to look inside the bonnet. Under the bonnet, you'll notice this little second release. So we've clicked the bonnet, then just to ease the bonnet up, pull that to one side, and then again that'll allow you to lift the bonnet. So we look under the bonnet, you'll notice here is your dipstick for your oil. So we fill up our oil. This is probably the most important part that you'll be looking at, which is the screen wash, which is located just the left hand side. And just in case for any reason we need to you need to jump start the vehicle or charge the vehicle, here's a charging point just here. And again, we'll just close that over, click that in. To open it, use a key, put it in, pull it to one side, and that will ease it open. To jump start, you've got your positive terminal there, you've also got your negative terminal just here. On these two plates here, you've got your Fiat chassis plate, which has got your chassis number on, the gross vehicle weight of the motorhome, and also this one is a conversion. So again, you've got the possibility of either 3,650 or 3.5 ton. So the conversion is 3.5 ton. This can be upgraded if you want to. Please let me know. So on here, it's got your type approval number, and also your H0L number. So that is the Chausson build number. That may be required if ordering parts, or again for anything else you require. As we step into the motorhome, the first thing we're going to want to do, obviously I've got the lights at the moment, we're going to just turn those off, is to press this button. This is the master switch, so that is going to turn all of your power on and off. So when it's illuminated green, that is on. The next thing we're going to do is press a light switch, so that activates your light, and this one activates the awning light externally. So just turn that one off. But press this button to the bottom left, that is your habitation battery. That's going to tell us how much charge is in there. Obviously we plugged it on mains electric, so that little light is also illuminated. If we press this button, that's going to tell us what's in the car battery. If I press this button, it's going to also tell me what's in our fresh water. And then again, when our wastewater is full, that will illuminate to let you know. So again, we're 50% full of fresh water. To the left, we've got our heating control panel. So it's fitted with a combi diesel, so it'll be a combi 6D. The way in which we operate this is press the center toggle. This then allows, so at this moment in time, the motorhome is flashing, so that's the internal temperature. Press enter again. So at the moment I've got it set at, let's say, 26 degrees. I'm going to then turn to the left again, so clockwise, or right even, I can't tell my left from my right. Again, on here, this is our hot water, so we've got the opportunity of hot, eco, hot, and boost. So I'm just going to put that to hot, and then flick it clockwise again, enter. At the moment, this tells us what we're using to heat it. So at the moment I'm on mix 2, that means I'm going to be heating it with the diesel and also with 2 bars of electric. If I turn it anti-clockwise, I can select fuel only, I can have mix 1, so I'm using the diesel and 1 bar of electric. Flick to clockwise again, that is mix 2, which is 2 bars of electric and also the diesel. And flick it to the clockwise again, 1 bar of electric or 2 bars of electric. So at the moment I'm going to stick it on mix, clockwise again, and again this is the fan speed. So you've either got eco, which is what you'd use on an evening if you were in bed, or if you've got the temperature set and you're quite happy with the temperature. You've got high, and you've got so eco and high. I'm going to put that back into eco, and again, if for any reason get a little red triangle here, the most common is that you've turned the control panel off, so there's no 12 volt. So as soon as you can put the control panel back on, that little diamond warning sign will go. If it doesn't, what we need to do is just press that. So we're going to go to the little spanner. So when the spanner flashes, there. Press enter, scroll all the way to reset, press enter again, and that will do a reset. At the moment we don't need to do that, so I'm just going to press the back and back, and that's the time. Obviously when you come, I will also have the time set. Left of that again, we've got our light switches. So the top one does the upper locker, and just below this little switch here is for your night light. And again, you also have another night light just in the cab area there. After we've turned the control panel on, next thing we do is go to the fridge. You've got your large fridge freezer, you got your ice in there. Just below have your large fridge. So to turn it on, press the power button. That turns everything on. At the moment it's going to gas, so what we do is press the left hand button, we're going to go to A, so automatic. So that means that it'll automatically select the power available. If you press it again, turn the A off, that means now we're going to manually select. So 12 volt won't work because the 12 volt will only work whilst you're traveling. So what you need to do there is when you start the engine, come back into the fridge again, press this little button here, press select there. At the moment, as I said, we're on A. When the engine starts and there's no gas and there's no 240 volt, it would automatically try to go to 12 volt. But if for any reason, you know, the fridge is off and you just want to put it at 12 volt, it won't cool it. So my advice would be to cool it down on either electric or gas first, on the drive before you're about to go. And then just before you start your journey, come back, press this, turn it off, go into manual, and then select 12 volt. Obviously I can't do it at the moment because the engine isn't on. And then just to the left here, we select how cold we want it. So I would tend to leave it around there, but again, you'll get a good feel for it as you go. Moving over to the oven, so you've got one electric hot plate, you've got two gas, straightforward, auto ignition, works really well. And then again, just below you've got your grill and oven, again works in the same format. Just turn and just hold for a few seconds and then release, and then just turn it off again. This little bit here is to stop, so when you've got the grill on, just stops these knobs from heating up. So just push that away when it's not in use. And again, my recommendation would be when traveling, remove this and also the shelf, and pack somewhere, or it'll rattle and be very noisy again on here. So for all, you've got little packers there, this will also rattle, so put a little tea towel or something like that just to stop any vibration. Because we've got the water pump turned on, I'm just going to demonstrate how good the pressure is. So at the left you've got your hot water, and then to the right, cold. Works very well and very easily. Again, the cover to go back on, it's got a hole in the centre, great in case you get any of those little annoying drips. Moving from the kitchen, we enter the bedroom area, and again, just underneath the right hand bed, the boiler is located. I have just previously removed the cover, and just down here you've got your frost protection. So if for any reason you in very cold weather, then it may be that this trips. So to stop it, you've got a little blue button just at this edge, press that and then turn, and that will then turn the diamond back to 90 degrees, and so to the left or clockwise, and that will stop the water. So just for a second, I'm going to have to, because I can't do it with one hand, I'm just going to have to leave that go, so you'll hear it drain again, and I will just correct that now. So I've now corrected that. I'm just going to again show you your gas trips. You won't need these are just the isolation valves. This will be used just in case when we're doing a habitation service, we find a gas leak anywhere. It allows us just to isolate each line. So we'll just put the top back in place, and that just hides everything. So notice in the bedroom area as well, we've got two USB charging points. And from there we step into the bathroom area. So we've got our toilet, which is very easy to use. I'm just going to twist this round a little bit just so I can see there for flushing. So this blue button, we press this, that allows the flush into the pan, and then to drop the water you've got this grey lever, pull it towards yourself, that opens the cassette and allows the business to go in. Okay, in the shower area, I would recommend that when travelling, use these straps just to tie the doors back so they can't move around. And again, make sure the shower head is secure. You also have this really handy bar that drops down, and again it's great for hanging wet jackets or any wet clothing. And then again, when you're not using, just store it back out of the way. I would also recommend when showering just to open the roof light just for ventilation and to stop any condensation from forming. Our light switch, Chausson are really good at trying to hide light switches, so your bathroom light switch is just located there. Again, good storage in here. Into your a large storage cupboard, so again it's accessible from inside and outside. Handy little hook, and again here a soap dish, and again a sliding cabinet as well. Really good use of space. Moving back towards the living area, next thing I'm going to show you is the drop down bed. So the drop down bed is capable of taking 250 kilos of weight. Also underneath you've got these lovely LED lights which function really well. So the way in which we turn those on is just this little light switch here just next to the door. So press that button or switch and that lights everything up. Underneath the cupboards as well we have LED lighting. So the way in which to turn those on, just touch, and then again to turn off. The same on the opposite side, so again the wire side. So really bright lighting. So after that, let's have a look at how this drop down bed works. So your switch for the drop down bed is located here. At the moment nothing's functioning. That's because we have to go to the main master key. The master key is located just up to the left hand or passenger side corner. So when it's in the vertical position, that means that it will not work. So the master switch is turned off. So turn it clockwise, and that is now in the correct position. So if we go back to the switch, now press it down, you'll notice the lights have gone off on the bed, and that is now in the correct position. We do have our ladders, so ladders just simply locate under here and here. You have a little lock, we just turn it into position. Underneath the bed at the moment we've got, so if you can see there, you've got your pack which has got your netting on there. So your netting, if you wish, can connect onto the bed and also connect just to here, and here. Not everybody wants it on, so it's not something we put on. And in the far corner, I don't know if you can see, but you can see there's an adjustable sensor. That sensor is used to set the height of the bed. So if you've got really thick pillows, thick bedding, we can lower that slightly. Obviously it will lower the ceiling height, but there is a little bit of play that we can do. And again, that is what tells the bed to stop, cuts the power, and also turns on the LED lighting. To put the bed back up, all we do is press the up position, and then the bed will just travel into the correct position. And when the lights come on, we know it's set in place. Finally, relating to the bed, if for any reason your bed stops operating, you have a loss of power, and again you need to manually wind up the bed, here's your winding handle. This is going to be located in your main pack. What we need to do is remove this plastic cover. That'll expose a hole just at the top corner, which is where you will locate this, and you will utilize the winding handle and manually wind the bed. We do have a handout which we will be giving you, which will be in your pack, just in case you need any further information. All of the windows have fly screen and blind, so to operate them, the fly screen just pulls down, connects in, and then for your blind, press the two little catches inwards and then pull to the desired height. Click to there. It may be that you only want sort of half shade, or again, to pull it into position, just pull it all the way up, and then you've got your blackout. You also have voiles on each window. These are magnetized, so again you can choose how you want them to look by the little ribs that are shown. So I'm just going to pull that down so it's fully down. On the habitation door, again, you also have a blind. To lock the habitation door from inside, just press in, and then to open, pull towards you. You also do have your bin at the base of the habitation door. To remove the bin, you've got the plastic inserts, so you will just need to use a screwdriver just to screw them out, and that will allow this to fully open. The habitation door does lock top and bottom, so it is a very, very secure door. Just above the door, you have your carbon monoxide detector and also your smoke alarm. To open the windows, if we just come to the kitchen window, the way in which we open the windows, press the little button in, turn, again, in and turn, and in and turn. That will then allow you to open it. It will click into position, then to close the window, open it a little bit until you don't get a click, so just push it just past the click, and then that will allow the window to close. To lock, again, just simply rotate. You also have a little ventilation, so you can, I don't know if you can see that, but all we need to do is just rest the catch on the frame, and that leaves a little bit of ventilation. Ideal for maybe on an evening, just letting a bit of fresh air in, or certainly when cooking. First thing we're going to look at now, or next thing should I say, is the smart lounge. The way in which a smart lounge works is quite straightforward. So this goes from a lounge area into a forward facing seat. So all we need to do now is to rearrange the cushions. Not the most glamorous, I'm probably not going to do it in the easiest of ways, but it is very, very straightforward to do. So remove the cushions, that exposes the seat just below. Got a little handle, turn the handle sort of away from you, and that then allows the seat to lift up into position. You also have Isofix as well, so you have 2 Isofix points, as well as your lapping diagonal seat belt. So after we've pulled the main frame of the seat, we need the base, which we use the wider base cushion, just sits in. And then we also need to utilise the wider back, just here, and again that just slots in quite nicely to give a very safe and very easy to use seat. So I'm now just going to take you over and show you what the seat looks like when it's made up. So again, we have a forward facing, fully homologated, lap and diagonal seat belt with seat. And then if I ease this cushion out and this one back, you can also see that you've also got Isofix. Now there's not many other motorhomes on the market that do provide Isofix, so ideal for young children in car seats. To make the smart lounge back up into a lounge, all we need to do again is remove the cushions. It's very, very quick, very easy. The same lever that we use, push away from you. This allows the back of the seat to drop down, and we use the thicker base cushions to go on the bottom, and the thinner cushion we use. So I'm going to hit the larger cushion, so keep it looking nice and uniform. The back cushion. And then the other base cushion just on here. And there you have it. You've now got your lounge area made up. And again, we'll just put the cushion back. So it only takes a matter of moments. To swallow the front seats, you have a little lever located just here. So pull the lever back. I'm just going to use my foot, it makes it easier. So pull it backwards, that will then allow the seat to rotate, and again it will rotate fully. Very, very quick, very easy, and again just adds to the lounge area that you've created. The first thing that tends to catch people out is that the handbrake is located on the right hand side, so just be aware of that. It is in quite a comfortable position, but a lot of people get caught out by that looking at the cab area. When we close the driver's door, you'll notice that you've got operation controls for your electric windows, left and right, and again for your electric mirrors. On here we have your fog lights. Again, you can tilt the lights up and down and set them. We've got the mode button that allows you to go in and set the varying functions from auto, close, units, language. So really you shouldn't need to go into that. We also then have our trip button on here. Wipers, so again that would just be an intermittent wipe, and then you've got the varying settings of speed for your wipers. Lights, we have off and on, and again main beam flash, and then push away from you when you want it on permanently. So cruise control is shown just below that. So again, to turn it on, so if I turn the engine on, you'll notice if I turn the cruise control on the right hand side, and again the camera does make everything look as though it's flashing. It isn't, it's just the camera. If I turn the cruise control to the on position, which I've done so on here, so I use that little rotation switch, that's off, and that is on. So when I turn it to on, you'll notice on the right hand side of the clocks get a little green green light to illuminate. That will then set your cruise control, and then also as soon as you press the brake, it will turn the cruise control off, and if you press the corner, it will also cancel or resume. 6-speed gearbox. To select reverse, you've got a little collar. Pull the collar towards you, and that will then allow the gear lever to move all the way to the left hand side. In the centre, you've got your hazard warning lights. That's just your anti-slip. That would turn that off. So traction control, don't touch that. Again, lock, and that is for your heated mirrors. Underneath here, we've got 12 volt USB. Again, that can remove if you want to put your coffee cup there, or again, it's a useful little storage cupboard. Down here we have your trackers, which I'll run through with you, and also your tracking card, and then again more cup holders. You also have an auxiliary and USB point in here. The radio itself is just installed singled in. If you wish to use a flash drive or anything with music on, you can insert it into there. It's also fully Bluetooth. Heating controls, very, very simple. So on here we use this, I don't know if you can see, that's windows, the outside of the knob, so we can select, so window and feet, face and feet, and so on and so forth. At the moment it's on recirculate. If we turn the outer knob, that's to take it from outside. In terms of turning our heating system on, or cooling system, turn the inner part of the point, and that will set your speed. And as soon as you do so, you'll notice that you've got the air conditioning light which comes on. So the air conditioning, please ensure the orange light is illuminated, and then on the outside bezel you can go from cold to hot. Nice and easy.